Najib ma'am, Dr. Najib Kaur for Google Forms. Najib ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Dr. Narjeet, and in the next 15 minutes, I'll take you through some information about Google Forms. And Sangeeta ma'am, let me mention that was an amazing presentation. Thank you so much for that. And
Thank
you know,
you.
these kinds of programs, the boot camps that we are having today, they are very useful if you are aspiring to clear, and also very helpful if you want to meet your childhood friends sometimes. So with that thought, I will take the presentation forward. Yeah, so Google Forms allow you to create custom online forms and send them to others. It could be surveys or quizzes, and it is especially very important for educators since it allows them to create quizzes and worksheets for the students. So first, for that, we need to create a new Google form, and for that, we need to go to our Drive, and I'll start presenting now. So here we are in my Drive. Click on this new button, scroll down, see Forms. Now Google Forms gives you an option either to create the form with a blank form. You can do your own customization and settings, or there are templates also available for that. For example, you want to create a form for some party invitation or some the workshop that you're going to have. So there are pre-made, as we can say, forms available. You can just add data to that, but today we are going to learn with blank form only. So here we are. Let's quickly give it a title, and I'm going to add a header. Here you can choose any image as a header which appears on the top of your form. It could be inserted from your computer, or you can insert from the URL, or you can take it out from the preset headers of Google Forms only. Something colors added. You can have any font style that you want. This is my favorite when I work, and so we are done. Now I'll come to this portion of making questions, adding questions to this form. Before that, I will configure the form first, because designing the content of your form is only half of what you have to do before you send it out to your students or public. So let's explore the settings a little, and for that we are going to click on the gear which is here. You see, it says settings. Let's click on it and then we go. The first one it says is general. Now in the general tab, you see a box to collect email addresses. You see this small thing which says collect email addresses. What does it mean? It helps you to identify your students, and it really comes handy, especially if you get to include a first name or the last name field, and then when you get all the responses, you don't actually know who said what. So if you choose this, it will collect all the email addresses of your students. Next we have is response receipts. You see, in response receipts, what's happened is, as the question mark box, you see here, it says respondents will receive. Here respondents, maybe you are your students. They will receive a copy of what they have answered on this form. Now this is kind of nice if you're having students or people sign up for special workshops or special seminars in the school, and again you want them to remember what they signed up for. So you can check this off and on as per your liking and as per your specifications. If you are asking for permission, then if the respondents request, you can do that. Or if it is always, that is, you are all day, the respondents are always going to get a response receipt. Now the next one, limit to one response. It is pretty obvious. Students should be able to submit their answers only once, not multiple times. And the last one is the respondents can. Now these are some of the rights that you are going to give to the children, to whether or not after submitting a form you want them to give editing rights, if they want to change their answers, or if you want them to see the progress of how other people have answered. You are to allow them, if you wish, to see the summary of how the overall exam or the survey is going on. So there can be a number of reasons why you want to turn it off or on. So next we are going to move, we are done with this. Next we will move to our presentation tab. Now presentation tab, the first option here is show progress bar. Progress bar would be nice if you have a multi-page form. So it would let the students know that there are, they are 40% done or they are 50% done and so on and so forth. Now if I check this, the next is shuffling the question order. Now, shuffle question order in this option, it can come handy if you are using the form with quizzes, which I will come to a little later. So the questions shuffle features shuffle questions within sections only. This is what you have to really remember. For example, I have a quiz with 3 sections. The first two are just name fields and class section fields to proceed to the last section with 50 multiple choice questions. And I want to shuffle section 3 with questions in the quiz. Now, if I turn this on, every child will receive the form with the sequence of the questions different, right? Now for that, I will break the info into maybe the separate sections, 1 question in each section, and then the body of the quiz with 50 sections. Questions is in the 3rd section. So therefore, the 50 questions of the quiz in section 3 are shuffling as I want them to shuffle. And the next option you see here is show link to submit another form. Now, if it is a forum where your students can submit multiple forms, like maybe you are having a small award ceremony in the class or some investiture in the class and your students have several people they wish to nominate. So this way, when they click submit, it will show them a link to submit yet another form if they want to do it all over again. And finally here, we have a confirmation message. Now confirmation message is a very, very nice place. I find a great place to put in a thank you message or anything that gives the students an idea of what is going to happen next. So students, after they click submit, come to know that the response has been recorded. Either you can write your response has been recorded as is being a little faded here, or you can write a simple thank you as well, and the children will receive this after they are done. Now the next thing we come to is quizzes. This is a very, very important tab because teachers can use Google Form to actually make a graded quiz. It's a very important setting, and if you click on the slider, see here this slider, if you click on this slider and if you slide it, then it is going to introduce the functionality that Google has of changing a regular form to a quiz. It will allow you to assign different options also. See, the moment I clicked it on, there were so many other options that got highlighted. If I put it off, none of them are getting highlighted. So let's make this form a quiz and then we will go through the next options that are here. It gives you a lot of auto grading options also, and it is a very, very nice thing for any teacher if they do not have to check a lot of things and the form does it on your own. So the first option here is release grades. If you want only that after they have submitted the form, see, immediately after they have submitted the form, you want that the Google should auto grade and send them their scores. You can check this. Or this, this comes a lot of at places handy when you are giving them an objective or formative assessment kind of a test or a revision test. For example, if you are making a revision sheet or test and you want the students to see the answer key, then you can definitely leave this on. And in case you do not want the students to see the marks immediately, or you have made a subjective paper which you want to check manually later on, and after that you can release, then you have to check this option. The next are what all the respondents or your students can see when they submit or when they take the form. Now, you can decide whether your students can see which questions were missed by them or see the correct answers for each question after the grades are released. Also, you can give them a small feedback like as to their answer was wrong, but if it was wrong, why was it wrong? And you can give them a small thumbs up or a very good for the correct answer, and at the same time check the next one also. If you want to show here, check this point value option also if you want to show them the total points they have received and the points received after each questions. So I'm going to make this form a quiz. I'm going to save it from here and let's start adding little questions. I'm going to make a small form so that we can explore other options as well. Name the place where Mahatma Gandhi was born. Now, because we have made it a quiz, you will see that it is giving you Anki as well. You can mark it. Now, Google is very smart. See, Porbandar. It has already given you an answer. Porbandar. Is it a right answer? You can mark it. You can use this correct answer. Now, this is showing it as a short answer. You can take up many options of how you want the students to answer the question. It can be a short answer, it could be a small paragraph, it can be multiple choice, it can be check boxes. I'll start with multiple choice ones. So, Porbandar, as it was very smartly told us also, or Delhi, and you can click on add other if you think the students will feel that okay, none of these are correct, I want to add my own answer, they can do that. Now click on answer key, check the right answer, allot how many marks you want to, how many points you want to give, say 2 marks. We can give answer feedback or incorrect. You can ask them to go back. I do that very often when I give my children something to take in the form, and if they answer it wrong, I always include a video which I have already made for them while explaining the lesson, and also if they answer it incorrectly, I insert that video here. And because we do not have much time, I'm going to quickly go over to the next sections, but this is a very nice option, or a link from Google or from some place on net where from you can include, okay, this is the right data and this you have to read again if you want the answers to be correct next time. So for correct answer, give them, okay, great and whatever, and then you save it. Now with this plus sign, we can move on to the next question. Many of us have already tried all these options also. So now if I write, please rate this presentation, again I say Google has given us an option. It could be on linear scale from 1 to 5. 5 could be poor and 1 could be poor and 5 could be brilliant. Right? And so in the answer key you will see you can do it, but there isn't any specific answer for this, right? Because it is only a grading which the children will do on their own. We can take up another question, which is say a checkbox kind of a question, and I can add a question, a number of continents. Okay, so let's say number of continents only. So option 1 could be 4, this one could be 2, and if they want to add another, then answer key. None of this is right though, but I'm going to mark this 4 and fine, and points whichever we want to give, and then we are done. Now this is one form. I will quickly go into how to send this, because this is what is mainly tested in the level 1 certification, how to send the forms. Now for sending the forms also, there are settings. You want to send out this form, you are going to click on send, as we just this. There are a bunch of ways you can send out this form. You can do it by an email. You just have to name, okay, whom do you want to send this email to. You can write the email addresses, you can write the subject, and you can check this on and off, include form in email. Now if you do not write include form in email, or you check this button, what happens is it embeds the form in the in the email of the person you are sending it to, so that they do not have to click through the service or the question paper. So as they open it, the questions are open before embedding. Means like it is a very technical term. We can explore this later. But when we embed it, it can show right away in the email only, and they can start answering the questions thereon without having to click through the form. Then there are links. These are the links. You can have longer link. If you want a shorter link, you can have this also. You can share your link on Facebook. See, if you see, now this is my Facebook ID and this form is getting shared there, right? You can share this. I'm going to cancel it. I'm going to come back. Has my presentation stopped?
Yes, now it stopped.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is done, yeah.
But that was a great
That
information
looks
that you are
great.
giving.
Right, we are here. So when we click on send, again, as I told you, that is a link. You can send the longer link, or you can shorten it. You can share it on Facebook or Twitter, or you can click on this option, embed HTML, wherein you can take this link and embed it in the sites. It is going to be very useful there, and you can always give these specifications, right? So these are how you are going to send. Now, I am going to send this form in the chat box. Please do it very, very quickly, and I'll share it in the chat box if you can do it, and you can send, and in no time I'll check you. I'll show you where the responses are getting recorded, and then we can go. In the meantime, I'll show you. This button where you see responses, if you go here, right now nobody has attempted it and I'm not getting any response. Now this button, as you see, accepting responses. The moment you feel that I must close this form now, I'm not going to accept any more responses, then you can check this off and it will show you a red bar showing not accepting responses. I'm going to click it on because I've got 2 responses, 3 already. So you can show these responses. You can see these responses individually. See, I'll see the summary. These are the people, because I was collecting email IDs. These are the people who have already responded to this. These are the and okay. And here we are. Right? Let's see Rishma's. Okay. And here we are. Then so many others have joined. So now the main point is where the responses are getting recorded. So you can see individual responses from here. You can also see the responses question wise. Okay, see. And then mainly, which is going to be tested, that is, where do you want these responses to get recorded, like destination. So you can create a spreadsheet. Either you can create a new spreadsheet for this, or you can select the existing spreadsheet for the same. So I'm going to create a new spreadsheet, and let's create, and I'll show you. Right? So this is where your responses are recorded on the spreadsheet. So now see, it is auto graded. Because it was auto graded, it is showing you the scores also that each have received. So it is a brilliant thing for any teacher who wouldn't have to check much, and the Google is such a blessing for us when it is going to auto grade our objective tests. So from here, that was all from me. I'll tell you just one more thing, like what all things are tested, what all things you should prepare, and what all have I covered when you are going to appear for the exam. They are going to show you, they're going to ask you about how to create a form, how to add a couple of different type of questions, choose a response destination, go with some settings, sending the form to others, and view responses. So these are the 5 main things that you have to prepare when you are going with your examination. So all the best, everybody, those who are going to appear. I'm going to appear for my level 2 in a
Hello,
couple of
hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Can we send this in Microsoft Excel?
Yes.
You can download this
Yes,
sheet
yes,
as Excel. Yeah.
You can download this sheet as Excel. You can also send it in Excel. You can also copy the link. You can share it if you want. So if I am here, I'll show you. There is one share, as Sangeeta ma'am and others also showed you the option of how to share. So if, for example, if you want to share this with your co-teacher, you can always add, say I'm going to send it to myself first. You want them to edit, or you just want them to view it, or you just want them to comment on it. It is upon you. You can choose an option, or you can send them like this also. Plus there is another option wherein you can share the link. See here, there is a link here, and you will get options for link also. Anyone with this link, either they can view, or they can comment, or they can edit. So you can send it on WhatsApp group, you can send it on your Google groups, you can send it anywhere that you want. So that is not a problem at all. So that's all from here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Manisha. And over to Mr. Varya or Reshma, whoever. I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank